we need to be spending more time in the region face-to-face. I think we are returning more and more to a face-to-face engagement. I mentioned earlier our revenues from APAC around about 40% of our overall market. We need to be spending the equivalent amount of time there.
Hello, welcome to another special episode of the TRG Talk digital podcast brought to you by TRG International. I'm your host today, Eddie, and today we have a very special guest from Infor. Please welcome Mr. Andrew Newman, Vice President and General Manager of Infor SunSystems Business Unit. All right, thank you for being here, Andrew.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah. So to all the audience over here, I believe that they don't have much knowledge about the SunSystems IBU. Can you explain a little bit what it is and what it focuses?
Yeah, sure. So SunSystems as a product has been around for a long time, over 40 years. And around 15, 16 years ago, Infor bought that solution from a company called Systems Union. And I think it's fair to say there was a period of time after that where there wasn't a lot of focus on SunSystems. And fast forward to 2022, and a decision was taken to really change that model and really make the most of SunSystems by changing it into an independent business unit, an IBU. And a big advantage that brings is that all 170 people that roll up into me right across sales and services, support and product management, they're all 100% focused on SunSystems. And we've undoubtedly seen in the last couple of years that has really made a big difference for us when it comes to our engagement with partners and also with our customers.
Great. So, Andrew, can you provide me a little bit insights about the Infor vision for the future of SunSystems, especially with the introduction of the SaaS cloud version?
Sure. So the introduction of SaaS has been a big change for Infor, and it is undoubtedly our focus as far as SunSystems going forward. Saying that, we still have a lot of on-premise customers that are very important to us, so we're not forcing people to move to the cloud, but it is something that the market is pushing, is suggesting that everyone wants to look at. And we were keen to make sure we had that multi-tenant solution available for our customers. So where do we see the opportunity? We see a twofold opportunity: upgrading our existing base to that cloud solution, and perhaps more importantly, having that cloud solution gives us an edge or an edge back within the new business market. New business wins is very much a key part of our overall strategy, and at the heart of that is our SaaS solution.
What advantages and strategic enhancement does this version bring to the table for the global user, and how does it fit into the Infor broader cloud strategy?
All of the advantages of cloud are the same, whether that's SunSystems or any other Infor product. They could be security, they could be disaster recovery, middleware, networking, storage. Infor's are a cloud-first company, and also they are an industry-specific company. And when it comes to SunSystems, we have that cloud solution, and we do have our industries that we are very specific that we win in. Hospitality is a great example. Financial services, not-for-profit, energy. Those are where we tend to win. So we fit in very well with the broader Infor strategy.
Everyone knows that the APAC region is a dynamic and rapidly growing market. So can you share your perspective on the strategic importance of APAC to the future of SunSystems Business Unit?
APAC is an extremely important region for us. 40% of our revenues are driven by APAC, and that's where we see our biggest opportunity. In places like Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Australia, absolutely opportunity to grow that business. Where do we see a number of benefits from doing that, but where's perhaps one of our biggest challenges, and that's within where do we host our data centers. It's not commercially viable for us to have a data center, multi-tenant data center in every country in APAC. We're committed to going to Sydney first. Once we've got that data center up and running, we do need to consider a second APAC data center. And we'll be working with our partners and with our customers to understand where the biggest opportunity is to then locate that second data center.
So after the meeting and having a chat with some TRG member and customer in Vietnam, So I want to know what the impression and standout insight that you gather from the interaction, and did they turn out to be different from what you were expecting?
We're never surprised by TRG. They're a great partner. I see one of the biggest advantages with TRG is that you have a very experienced team, but you are absolutely thinking about tomorrow and investing in tomorrow. I was lucky enough to speak at your town hall this morning, and the room was full of young people, and we need young blood, new people coming into SunSystems, and I think TRG are ahead of the game when it comes to that.
How have you found working together with a partner such as our team, TRG, to ensure the best support and service delivery for business embracing for the Infor SunSystems Cloud?
In as much as you're very self-sufficient, so you're very experienced, very knowledgeable, you have a lot of resources, and that's great because that's what we want channel partners to have. But we're also cognizant of the fact that as the software vendor, we have a lot of our own resources, a lot of our own skills and knowledge base, and we need to be working with TRG to be able to help fill some gaps and help them to grow quicker as well. And I think that alignment is very important.
Could you share your thoughts on what makes TRG stand out as one of your top partner in the Southeast Asia market?
I would go back to the point I spoke about earlier about your investment in new blood. When I look round the room at your town hall this morning, it's a room full of young people.
Yeah.
And SunSystems, I mentioned at the beginning, is 41, 42 years old. And there are a lot of people, myself included, that perhaps are coming towards the end of their careers. But it's great to see, and TRG investing in the future, because SunSystems is going to be around for another 40 years. But we need to start replacing that workforce. And I think TRG are certainly a step ahead of everyone else with that.
What your thought about the TRG Academy, and does Infor have anything like this available for SunSystems?
I've spent a lot of time looking at the TRG Academy, and it's very, very exhaustive. It's a great academy, and I can see a huge advantage for the TRG customer base in subscribing to that. The challenge for us as a vendor, and particularly as a vendor where over 60% of our revenues are driven by partners, is that all of our partners, whilst not necessarily having something as detailed as TRG Academy, they all have their own training strategies, and we don't feel that we need to necessarily change them from the route that they're going down with that. So as a direct organization, we don't feel that there is the necessity to particularly put our own TRG Academy together. We'd rather leave that with our partners and again, offer assistance when they require it.
And would you be able to provide any details about Info's specific plans or strategy for expanding its presence and offering in Asia, especially in Vietnam, though, considering the valuable insight gained during the visit?
I spoke about new business being key earlier, and I think that's where we really see an opportunity to work more closely with TRG. Joint marketing campaigns would be very important, specifically around some of those key sectors that I talked about. We need to grow the new business base. We have a great customer base, but it needs topping up at the same time.
Are there any exciting initiative or project that we can look forward to that will strengthen the market presence of both Infor and TRG in the SEA market?
We spoke about the joint marketing campaigns. Where else could we be working closely with TRG? Certainly with services, with implementation. How can we help you with best practices? How can we help you provide time to value to your customers when delivering our Infor SunSystems? Where else could we do? We've got a great opportunity with Infor OS, our wraparound technology layer. Again, that's providing the expertise and the knowledge that we have to be able to help you with that, to make Infor SunSystems sing and dance with your customers. We need to be spending more time in the region face to face. I think we are returning more and more to a face to face engagement and spend more time out here. I mentioned earlier our revenues from APAC around about 40% of our overall market. We need to be spending the equivalent amount of time there. We need to plan out 2024 to make sure that we have people here in the region seeing TRG, seeing all of our partners to help them move forward. We are planning our our APAC partner conference in February, March next year. Great to announce to Rick today that we are going to hold that in Vietnam, and that should give you an idea, or TRG, a good idea of how important we see them, that we've chosen Ho Chi Minh City as the host for our APAC Channel Partner Conference in 2024.
Thank you so much for all the sharing and insight for this during this talk. This is a really enlightened conversation, I would say. Thank you, Andrew. And to all the audience over here, thank you guys for joining with the TRG Talk for today. And make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Cheers.